Anytime you're making a video, it is important to remember that what your audience hears has just as much impact as what they see, which means you should never underestimate the importance of audio in your videos. My name is Tom, this is The Enthusiasm Project, and today we're gonna take a look at several relatively budget-friendly options to help you get good sounding audio when you're filming outdoors. And I do wanna start off just by emphasizing that this is not a sponsored video. The reason for that is because everything I'm gonna use today is a Rode product, but that's just because that's what I have. That's what I bought. When it came time to decide where to invest my money, that was the road I decided to go down. So we're gonna head outside in just a second, but I wanted to film the beginning of this video inside because it is currently 104 degrees outside, and I don't want to melt. Now, obviously, when you're filming outdoors, a few challenges present themselves. When you're in an environment like I'm in right now, you can be in charge of everything. Background noise, echo, you can sound treat your room, you can position the microphone exactly where you want it, and you can just take control of everything. It's the beauty of a controlled environment. But when you go outside, you basically lose all control of that environment. There's the whole world of sounds out there, and as you know, if you've ever tried to film anything outdoors before, as soon as you press that record button, that's when the whole world decides to just conspire to ruin your recording and be as loud and annoying as possible. So there's an almost unlimited number of options to help you get around that. I'm working with a few things today that I happen to already have, but I think they're also pretty common tools that you might have as well, or you might have different versions of. The first is the Rode Videomic Pro Plus, which is what I'm recording this on right here. And this microphone, put that back up there. And this microphone usually sells for about $300. We're also gonna be using a lavalier microphone. You can get lavalier microphones anywhere from 20 to hundreds of dollars. This is a Rode lavalier that costs about $60 or $70. Then we're also gonna be using the Rode Wireless Go, which is about $200. And for the price, I have found this to be the best, least expensive wireless mic system. You might be able to find cheaper ones out there, but they tend not to be so good. And then, last but certainly not least, $30, this guy right here, the Rode Interview Go, which is not actually a microphone at all. We'll kind of explain that in a second. This sort of seems goofy, but it's literally the thing that I enjoy using the most out of all of this stuff. So we'll kind of talk about that. Wasn't it super slick? I was gonna say how I didn't drop it, and then I dropped it. So let's head outside into the heat and check out some of these microphone setups. This is the on-camera microphone, which, if you can hear me at all, probably doesn't sound too terrific because the camera is about 7 feet away from me. I'm over here, there's wind and air conditioner sound. If I get a little closer to the camera, it probably does sound a little bit better, but clearly not ideal. So we have a few options. And the first is to just use a shotgun microphone. So this is the Rode Videomic Pro Plus mounted directly onto the camera. Right now I'm an arm's length away from the camera, so pretty close to it, and this should be sounding pretty decent. Jumping back here, it might not sound as clear as when I was close to it, but it should definitely sound better than when I was using just the on-camera, onboard microphone. This is the on-camera microphone. But now let's look at a few other options. So the first of these options is a lavalier microphone, and you might be saying, hey Tom, why are you so close to the camera? And the answer is, well, because it has a wire on it, which is very short. And the audio quality should be better because it's positioning the microphone really close to me, but now I'm kind of stuck to the camera. If I had one, I could use an extension cable maybe to get a little further, but you're never gonna get past the problem that your subject is going to need to be physically wired to the camera. So this is not my favorite option for filming outdoors, even though you might notice the audio quality is significantly better. So now what I've done is I've taken that same lavalier microphone and I've plugged it into the Rode Wireless Go. So now, same setup, should be the best audio quality, eliminating all of the traffic and the wind and the air conditioners and gardening equipment, whatever might be outside, and keeping it right next to me the whole time. The beauty of that is I can move away from the camera and still maintain that same level of audio quality. So no matter where I go, from here, it should still sound the same. And this is probably your best option for getting good quality audio outside a wireless lavalier system, but it really only works if you're filming yourself or you're filming one subject. If you have more than one person, it doesn't really solve that problem because now you're picking up my audio, but you're not going to be picking up their audio. So let's look at a couple options for getting sound from more than one person outdoors. I am dripping sweat. Okay, so now my lovely wife Heather is my volunteer as a second person. Basically what we've done is we've taken the Rode video mic and I've plugged it into the transmitter for the wireless Go. So now the video mic is a wireless boom mic. We don't have a helper here right now, so this could be on a boom pole that someone is actually moving towards us. Heather, can you give us a sound check just so we hear what it sounds like to have two people talking from one microphone?
Yes. Mic check, 1 2 1 2. This is what it sounds like when there's two of us.
You're better at that than I am. Now this option will work really well if you don't want the microphone to be on screen. So you can put it on the C-stand or you can put it on a boom, have it just out of frame, and then no one's gonna see it. Works great if you're doing like filmmaking or making any kind of narrative, or you just don't want a microphone on screen. If you don't have a C-stand and you don't have a boom arm and you don't mind the microphone being on screen, there's one other option for picking up sound from multiple people using a single microphone. And what you may or may not know is that with the Wireless Go, the transmitter is actually its own microphone. So I'm talking into the transmitter right now. And that's where this Interview Go comes in. So it's a plastic stick that's actually more heavy duty than you'd expect. And this clips right into the top, and then it basically becomes a handheld microphone. You get this nice little windscreen. And now I've got a wireless handheld microphone, which is great if you don't mind the microphone being in the shot. And just real quick, I should mention you could boom this microphone, but this is a thinner handle than normal, so if you put it in a normal mic stand, it doesn't really stay that well. If you've ever used an Audio-Technica shotgun microphone, they tend to be a little skinnier. And the mounts for those fit right on this Rode Interview Go. I'm just like dripping sweat, it's crazy. So Heather, let's talk with this microphone. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. It's super hot out here, Tom.
Do you remember watching Game of Thrones?
Yes.
The reason I bring that up is because being outside, I saw a few crows, and I remember in Game of Thrones, they always had crows deliver messages to different villages and stuff. Do you remember this?
I do remember this.
And when I was watching that, I thought that was so cool because I love crows, and I thought it would be really cool to have a crow that kind of acted as your telephone, because then it would be my crowphone.
Did you want me to say something about that? Was I supposed to laugh? Sorry.
So the important thing is, whichever method you're using, don't forget or underestimate the importance of audio in your videos. And of course, when you're filming outside, figure out the best method on a budget for what you need to do so you can get the best quality. Is it a shotgun mic like the Videomic Pro? Is it a wireless system? Is it a super nifty handheld system like this? I think I want to be a news reporter now. Whatever works for you, just please don't underestimate the value of high quality audio in your videos.